Alright guys, I'm back here. I'm going to start tearing him apart. First thing I need to do... Beautiful day today. It's going to be nice and warm, sunny. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pump him down and get the refrigerant pump back in the unit so I can start tearing him apart. It's going to be a good day today. I have a feeling. Alright, let's get these stupid locking caps off of here. Stupid code around here. I don't think there's that many tweakers out here. Well, maybe there is. But you gotta have them on here. It's like a little tool if you guys have never had to deal with locking caps. It's just a little forked deal. Like, supposed to keep guys from getting into here. It's a bunch of bullshit. You can take a couple of little tiny little like insulation pins and stick them in there and still get these turned off. It's really stupid. If somebody wants to break into these, they can find one of these online real quick. Alright, let's see if she's got any juice in her. Looks like she does. Yep, she's got some juice in her. Let's see if we can get her to run and pump her down. That would be the nice thing. I know my colors are all backwards. Oops. That's because I'm trying to use my best hoses. I need to get some more. I'm going to pick some up probably on Monday. Which, today's Friday. But I'm not going to the parts house today. Why are you not screwing on there, dirty dog? There you go. Alright, yeah, we got a full charge in here, so let's see if we can run this sucker. See if we can run this sucker and get her pumped down. Alright guys, as per usual, we're pumping her down. We got our suction line completely closed off, and we got our liquid line almost completely off, and it's going in the unit and it's not able to escape. Or sorry, I said that wrong again. Suction, that way. So it's going in, but it can't get out. Duh. Alright. Almost there already. Alright, zeros, that's what we want to see. Let's go inside. Sorry guys, you are on the other side of the bars there. Hey. Yeah. Yeah, I can't have you guys getting in the way of me trying to work here. I'll come play with you in a little bit, okay? I promise. Where's the little guy? There he is. Hey. Alright, go play guys. I'm gonna get to work. Alright guys, the nice thing about doing a billion of these, which I've done, is I know I only need a few tools to take this thing apart, so that's all I grab. I don't need to grab my whole bag. The most important thing is my tripod for my camera, huh? Yeah, but you know, once you get experience, you don't have to waste energy dragging your big bag in with all your sheet metal tools and stuff. Let's start yanking her out and we'll figure out what we need to cut here. One thing that sucks is they didn't bring out my F100 yesterday. You know, they didn't say anything to me, nothing. Nobody said anything. I had to check this morning. I'm still waiting to hear back from them. Man. John's still in supply. Gotta love them. And for you homeowners out there and maybe some of you techs that don't know, do not buy these washable filters. Do not. Get yourself a throwaway filter. These are very restrictive. Probably what led to the demise of this piece of equipment. Junk, junk, junk. Alright guys, you see me in other videos take all this apart, so I'm not going to bore you too much. But I got to get the drain out of here, get my line set, cut down, and I probably won't reuse it. If I got to cut it to the floor anyway and push it down, I'm just going to pull a new one. It's a short run. I'll get the blower pulled, the coil pulled, and see what kind of screws are in this thing, and we can just yank her out. It's that easy. And then like usual, I'll be cutting this out more after I get this unit out. So let's get on with it. Alright guys, the nice thing about these, I already got the coil out, is it's 2 pieces, so I can just take some screws out along here, and I can pull this top out, pull my blower, everything will come out. So I gotta get my electrical loose. I'll get the top out first. Alright, got her all loose as a goose. Haul her on out of here. Alright, let's get this electrical out of here. Oh, looks like it's just 1 5/16 screw. Get the panel off. Already confirmed we got no power. Looks like 2 screws. Pull them loose. Boy, those weren't very tight. Very tight at all. Larger one's the 60, the smaller one is the 30. And let's get our grounds cut. I'm not going to worry about an Allen wrench there. Looks like they just put both of the grounds together. I already got my low voltage pulled. I hate when they do that. Spin those. They're separated a little bit more, looks like. Let's see, the one we really care about is, there we go. I won't bore you too much more with this. I'm just going to take the grommets loose down here, and then I'll pull the blower up here, and I'll get this thing yanked out. Hey. Hey. How you doing? Yeah, I know you want to come play. But I got to keep you on that side. You'll bug me while I'm trying to yank this furnace out. Alright guys, we cut this little fresh air deal out because we won't use it for the new furnace, so I'll cut that up as high as I can. Probably take a pan to it and squeeze it off so we don't have fresh air coming in all the time out from outside, cold air or hot air in the summertime. And then there's our existing base. Hopefully my base can works good that I built. God, I could even made it so it offset back further. I got lots of room back in there. But it is what it is. We'll see what we get. See what we got to do as far as width. Cutting it out this way a little bit. We don't really have much we can do. But I don't think width's going to be our issue. It's going to be our depth. So always fun fitting these Bosch in here. And then we'll try to seal that up a little bit better. Doesn't look too bad, but we'll vacuum all this crap out after we cut our hole. Let's cut this guy out first though. All right, guys, got him cut up high. That's dusty in here. And paned it off so we're not getting any outside air into the space. Now we're going to start cutting this stuff, see what we need to do. All right, guys, so the basically the top of my air handler is going to be right here, but I need to have room for my filter box. So what we're going to do is just cut this out as far as we can here for the filter box, and then there's our height. So we'll draw that out, cut it out so we got room for everything. I might just go ahead Yeah, I'm probably going to go ahead and just cut this whole thing out because it's a lot easier to get my line voltage or my my thermostat wire and everything into the side of the air handler with that out of the way. You know, they can just trim it out after. It's not a big deal. Do these all the time. I don't think the guy knows it, but well, he's going to know it when he gets home tonight. Probably, you know, he's pretty cool. He's a handy guy. He owns a painting company and stuff, so we'll figure it out. I'll even trim it out for him if I need to. Probably should have told him what was going on here, but you know, it's you do what you can. There's nothing else we can do. And I'm a dummy. I gotta cover up that hole. I'm gonna get a bunch of dust down in there. Hold on a sec. There we go. Now we're thinking. And it's all good. All right, let's get to cutting this. Sucker. And actually, I'm gonna get my keyhole saw for that. Gosh darn it. I'll get organized one of these days. Get it started with this, and then we can get the sawzall in there. Saw for that stuff. Oh. I'm not going to show you guys all of this, but man, this is a pain in the butt. Yeah, I'm going to have to go get a different blade. I cooked this one. Oh, man. Alright, guys, I got her opened up. I got about 23 across there. And then height, I need to get my air cleaner in there. So when I'm done, you know, he can just take some trim and trim it out if he wants to, or he can just leave it as is. Whatever. It's up to them. Got my drop cloth out of here. Going to do some cleanup, sweep, and shop vac all this up. Alright guys, got my drop cloth back in here. Got this all vacked out the best I could. Even got most of the cobwebs here. This looks okay. There's not much I can do about that. That'll be fine. It's all sealed off. what I need to do is these little things that shoot up, I need to take my snips and my tongs, my hammer, and bang this all flat. I can lay my base can in there, that offset one that I made last week. Check out the video. All right, I got him all hammered down flat. I'm gonna vac this up a little bit better. I thought I did a better job than I did. And then we'll dry fit our base can in here and see what it looks like. Yeah, it's going to work out great. So I'll have an inch or two back there, which is no big deal. Got plenty of room in the front. He can still make a door to go over the front of this if he wants to. But yeah, look how much room we got. So our unit's only going to sit over the edge about this far. So lines and everything have plenty of clearance. Easy to get our electrical in there. So my electrician's coming. I'll steal some slinky from him. Actually, I probably have some. And get my electrical up, and I'll just seal that other hole. So get this guy screwed down and pookied up real good. And then I'll start working on the air handler. Alright guys, what I did was I just tacked down each corner with a screw. Side to side looks pretty good. What about front to back? It's a little off. And it looks like our backside is down. So what I'll do is I'll take a drive and put it across the back. That should get us good. Let's see what it does for us. Alright guys, I ended up putting 3 drive cleats back there. It makes sense too because the front's up on this existing can and then we're just on the subfloor there. So since that's subfloor there, I'm probably just going to take a piece of metal and put across there, then I'll pookie it up. And I don't want the hot air from the heat strips hitting that subfloor. Everywhere else we're good. We can just seal a pookie. Alright, it's a good feeling. Got her sealed up all good. Utilize some scrap metal to cover that up. Sealed up 100% all the way around. And I probably wouldn't have been able to do it if I didn't have my supervisor right here grunting behind me. He's helping. Hey, I'll come say hi to you guys once I take a break, okay? Hey. Hi there. Alright guys, I got my cardboard laid out here from the heat pump, which was a pain in the butt. I had to bring it around there, but don't have my help today. But there he sits. That one's going to sit down there until I can get help. Maybe when my electrician gets here today. But one thing I noticed, look at the color of the stickers they're putting on these now. I think it's to denote that these are 410A. They want to make damn sure nobody's returning these 410A systems. It's getting really ridiculous. You know, if I spend $6,000, $8,000 on some equipment now, and let's say something goes south, they won't take it back. Really goddamn ridiculous. I won't keep harping on it, but it's nonsense. All right, let's get him laid down and start prepping him. I got to flip the coil, put my heat strips in, get the coil sensor in there, which I'll show you again. So you guys know how to do it, because I'm pretty sure the new air handlers are the same way. When you have to flip the coil, you have to run that sensor on the outside of the cabinet. I'll show you. Got my nice pants on today. I wish they didn't put so many screws in there. Somewhere safe, they won't get scratched. Over here. Okay. I flip this coil. Well, first thing I do, I'll show you, is we have to unplug this sensor here, like I showed you before. You got to cut this wire tie, pull it through. You'll end up cutting this wire tie as well, because we're going to end up running it out through that side. I'll show you once I got it in place. Alright, let's unclip the sensor. Pull him out. Kind of a pain in the ass sometimes. There we go. Pull that through. And we got to cut this wire tie. I'm going to cut this other wire tie without cutting our wire. That's the main thing. Kind of a pain in the butt to get in there. Get my snips. There we go. So now you got the sensor loose. And you got 2 screws with 2 brackets here. You just take him, and we'll leave him out until we get the air hammer set. So we'll just set it aside for now. But we definitely want to drill drill for our grommet before we set it. Hold on a sec. Oh. All right, let's get these dang heat strips in. Up close and personal. So I hate these screws don't come out of these because they're yeah, get stuck in your bit because they're actually metric, but they're close to about as close to quarter as you can get without being quarter. Look at that. Oh, I can't get it out. What a joke. There we go. Jeez Louise. Fight that every time. Okay, so you discard that plate. Then all you do, make sure your airflow is right, pointing down, which is that way towards the supply duct. Make sure your stupid wires aren't caught in there. And I think I took out the wrong plate. I always forget which one you're supposed to do. Is it the top one or the bottom one? I think it's the top one. Hold on. Oh, man. Yep, I'm a dummy. It's this plate, not this plate. So let's pull these out. I always screw that up for some reason. Those jammed in there now. Okay. Set those aside. We'll just move this other plate to the bottom and then it'll be in the right spot. Watch, the screw's gonna get stuck. Yep. God damn. Pretty ridiculous. Nonsense. Just complete nonsense with these. Okay, so we move the plate down. Now we try to get our screws out without them getting caught on our bit again. I'm gonna guess I need the other plate. It doesn't even cover the entire hole. Okay. My back's starting to hurt. The plate doesn't even cover that entire hole. It's ridiculous. Whatever. Alright, now we can slide them in the correct spot. Our little kit comes with a couple screws. Back is really hurting. Don't ever get old. I know some of you guys are probably older and you're laughing at me, but I'm looking at my head a lot here, I'm sure. Couldn't get my camera in a better spot, sorry. Okay, so now we can mount our bracket. Mounts right there. Comes with these 2 screws that don't have points on them, so you don't have it inside the cabinet messing with wires. You can never line up because they put that ground in the wrong spot. There we go. There we go. We take our crap off these, and these mount. I need to get my thermostat screwdriver out to pull our tab. Locks are in place. Then we take our 2 wire nuts here. And that's wire nuts to the units. Red to red, black. It actually doesn't matter. You could do black to red. Black to red, it wouldn't matter. They're both 120 volts. Kind of hurt my back. I had to get back on my knees here. It really hurt my back. And then take this Romex plug, run it through this. There's a spot for it to plug on the board right here. Need Chinese hands to do it. There we go. And there's our heat strips in there. So this little brown and white plugged onto the board right there. And then you just wire nut your black and red here, and then your 2 screws to mount your heat strips in. And get your breaker set there. And my electrical is going to come in. I think it might come in from underneath. I usually knock this guy loose, and I'll make my own hole for the electrical. I can do that after the unit set though, because it's going to the lip's going to hang over. So no big deal. All right, guys. So I got my grommet here for my coil sensor. He'll come back into the cabinet here, and I can get both of my heat pump thermostat wire and my thermostat wire through that grommet as well. I got my electrical connector prepped there. I just need a piece of 3/4 slinky. I'll get that from my electrician when he gets here. I can just run across and in. Got my base can obviously set there. I just need to and Johnstone brought my F100 to my house. They didn't bring it out here to the job. So yeah, I'm just gonna put that washable one on for tonight because I'm not gonna get done. But I'm going to goop this up. I'll at least get the air handler set in there. I'll put the air cleaner in after. Piecemeal and stuff, man. I'm telling you, it's only going to get worse this summer, I have a feeling. It's going to get really bad. Let's get this unit set. All right, let's get it in the hole. Without incident. Everything should go smooth. My electrolyte. My connector doesn't hit. All right. Okay. Voltage out of the way. she'd be in. Give you a better angle there. Yeah, she's in. So now what I'm going to do is I'll probably try to get at least one screw in the front here to secure it down. I'll try to get one on this side too. I might be able to get one in there with my right angle fitting. Get the coil slid in there, and we'll start working on the getting the old heat pump disconnected, and work on getting our line set prepped. Yeehaw! All right, let's get this guy screwed down. Here's my drill. I'm losing it. All right. Make sure we're back all the way. I'm pretty sure we are. Check. 2 1/4. 2 1/4. Looks like we're all the way back. Let's see if we can get this lined up. Looks about right in there. Oh yeah, boom. I'll just try to get a second one. Right in there would be good enough. Bam. Done. All right, let's get this coil slid in there. Make sure we're in there. All right, let's route our sensei. Right through there, very gently. Because once, if we were to break this sensor, we in trouble. There we go. Oh, this is gonna be so easy. It's all in the prep work when you're doing this. It really is. I'll just run it through there so it catches itself. Let's get the door in. Don't need that anymore. Where's my big bit? Over. I'll get you a better view of this. There we go. Now you can see what I'm doing. So one bracket there, one bracket there, one screw there. If you don't put these brackets on, it's a pain in the ass to get the door on because the coil wants to come forward. So this holds it back with the frame. I had to see what that dog was barking at. And then, hey, where's our little one? Where's our little piece? Where the heck's the little piece? I'm losing stuff. Gosh darn it. What's going on today? What is going on? I can't find the little piece that goes around the coil. Ah. That piece. I'll go play with you in a second, dude. I promise you. All Alright guys, you get the gist of it, so screw this off, get it on, and then I'll work on getting that sensor tied in. Okay guys, I'm done in here for now. I'm just going to have to put that washable filter on top and kind of tape it down for tonight, get their heat on for them. Once the electrician's here, I can get the 3/4 slinky on there. I'll just tape up these holes for the night, get my low voltage wired in so they can get heat going for tonight. It's going to get down to freezing tonight. Now I'm going to go work on the heat pump now. I'm a little raspy today. I don't know, man. I can't shake this. My daughter keeps bringing stuff back from preschool. All right, let's go out to that heat pump. All right, these guys, they went for the best, man. Let me tell you. This isn't even an authentic Gooman. I mean, it is a Gooman, but look, it's a Green Shield Performance Series. Yeah. I bet the greenies like that. I bet they were real tree huggers that used to have this house. Green Shield Performance Series. All right, let's start taking this guy apart. All right, let's get this stuff taken apart. You guys did some ugly work, I'm telling you. Not the kind of work I would do. Alright. Cut it right there. And I might. I can bend it up. So let's go. Bend that elbow. Just cut it. Come on. I can just cut him. Let's get our electrical out of here. Get another lock ring that's not tightened on. They never are. All right, we can I'm just going to slide this thing out of the way for now because I'm going to have my brother's help to get it out of here. Holy cow, guys. I didn't even know it. This is why this thing wasn't up on any snow legs or anything, any defrost legs. I looked down in there. No reversing valve. Like I told you before, it's a the X models. I don't know if you can read that. The GSX are the ACs. The GSZs are the heat pumps. We got ourselves another AC with an electric furnace on a manufactured home. Morons. Alright guys, pads pulled. This is as far as this is going for today until I can get my brother's help to pull it up these steps here. There's no way I'm going to try to attempt that myself. And this is way too rocky for this big unit. So let's wait till you have help. I'm going to go ahead and dig this and level this out and get my diamond pad put in there, my heat pump pad. Actually, I'm going to hold off on that. I'm going to get this line set yanked out and start prepping my new one. Alright guys, I got the old line set just pushed down into the crawl. When I go down there, which is going to be tomorrow. I'm not going down there today. It's filthy, and I need to wash my coveralls. I have other things I got to go do today. I can't be covered head to toe in dirt and mud. So I'm going to make this hole bigger because I don't like to fight my line set. So I'm going to go get my drill and my spider bit and make this a little bit bigger. Alright guys, I got everything loaded up except for the old heat pump. I'll wait till I have an extra set of hands to pull that guy up there. Yeah, of course my phone's going in and out of service. I'm gonna have a shit ton of text messages and voicemails when I get on the road today. But you can see I got him all set, all nice and level. Got my pads under there. Made my hole bigger. Got my line set sitting there. I'm gonna throw some thermostat wire. Well, I don't need to, because I have it on the truck at all times. And then, oh, I'm tired. Some guy made a comment. I couldn't respond because I have bad service. But he said installation is a young man's game, I think is what he was saying. Ain't he right? I used to be able to go like go for 12 hours. So I'm going to get my low voltage in here. I'm just going to temp my wire because my electrician's not here yet. Running late as usual. And then I'm going to tape that filter on there, and I'll tape my holes for the drain so we don't have air shooting out. And we'll probably get on out of here. Tidy up a little bit more. Alright guys, I got her all buttoned up. Taped off my drain so it's not shooting out air. I already tested out the electric heat. Working just fine. Still got a little time to kill. So I'm going to go start prepping that line set, at least get it shoved in through the hole. Just one last thing to do tomorrow. Alright guys, got her shoved in there about probably 8 to 10 feet. I'm going to wait till I got some help. We can pull it real quick. Sometimes it's tight in these manufactured homes below the air handling unit. So yeah, we'll call it a day out here, and I'll see you back out here tomorrow.